Good afternoon, and you're in the back room with Becky. And breaking news. As if we hadn't already figured this out. Told you. What did I tell you? Donald Trump was not about to run for president. Why? Because he didn't want to be a loser. And he would have been. Nobody would have voted for him. I don't care how much money he has. Now, let me fix mine. Let me fix my tree topper. And I want to share with you from Newsmax magazine just exactly what the Donald had to say. And there are a couple of other places you can go. As I always tell you, don't just listen to one source. Go to several sources if that's what you feel like you need to do. Now, I have been on the Donald's back and a pain in his side. They're trying to say, he don't know nothing about you. He can feel my energy. Sit your ass down, Donald Trump. You've been quiet, haven't you? Just like I said. Okay. Here's what Donald Trump had to say. Trump announces he will not run for president in 2012. Are we surprised? No, we're not. Real estate mogul, reality TV star Donald Trump has decided not to run for the Republican presidential nomination next year. Although he believes he would win the nomination and the general election, his heart rests in his business endeavors. I told you. He said in a statement this afternoon, announcing what he said was a tough decision. Yeah, right. After considerable deliberation and reflection, I have decided not to pursue the office of the presidency, Trump's statement said. The decision does not come easily or without regret, especially when my potential candidacy continues to be validated by ranking at the top of the Republican contenders in the polls across the country. I maintain the strong conviction that if I were to run, I would be able to win the primary and ultimately the general election. But after campaigning unofficially for months, Trump said he's come to realize that he must be 100% committed to run for public office. Unfortunately, however, business is my greatest passion, and I'm not ready to leave the private sector. Now, children, I told you. Get angry, get mad, scratch your back, and get glad. Because here's what's up. The Donald's not loose. He don't want to lose at anything. And the kind of freedom that he has in the private sector, he came to realize he would not have that same freedom if he were in the public sector. See, it's easy to talk about President Obama not doing his job and he's not a legal citizen and yada yada woo woo woo. When the time came, put up or shut up. All you Donald Trump followers, supporters, guess what? Donald, like Charlie, is not winning. He may be winning in the polls, but look who he's got to oppose him. You know, if we look at the list of Republican potential, it's not that much to, it's like, okay, kind of like anybody but this guy over here. And so what you got is a hodgepodge of people, just like that California election that year. They had everybody from the lady on the big billboard, the stripper woman, all the way down to Gary Coleman. Rest in peace, Gary. You in the back room with Becky. What are we talking about? Get your head straight. It's too late for the Donald. What's up, Donald Trump? You still think that just because a few misled and misguided people would put you up in the polls? Because see, here's what it is. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. You had a common connection with the other rednecks who did not like the president. So as long as you were espousing all that negativity and keeping the mess going, these people were, they pro Donald Trump. I know you said, you should have got your wardrobe together for you. Sit down. But We in the back room with Becky, and you know how casual it is, and it is what it is. Um, I think that the Donald is potentially a dangerous person. Uh, yeah, I really do. I'm not discrediting him saying he has no influence, he has no clout, he has no control. The man got money. He has money. And we know in this country that if you have money, that many, many times, that anything and everything that you want to do will get done. And it's not because you are adequate for the job or that you're the best person for the job. You have the most name recognition. And that's what got you in the door. Yeah, he really kind of just upsets me sometimes because here's what I think about. Of all the people that you could have gone in on at this particular time, you chose to go in after the president. What did you do? You made him look better. You want them sympathetic folks. You made other people stop and look. Because I said, and I say it again, he is our president until we place someone else in office. And if he wasn't supposed to be there, there's no doubt in my mind that he would not be there. But he is. And 3 cheers to our president. I will continue to support him. I will continue to go in on the Donald. Oprah said she wanted to cut his hair. I just wanted to cut his throat because he divided the nation. Yeah, let's just keep it working another kind of way. I got my hair fixed a certain way, and it's kind of like my head don't want to cooperate. But here we go. You spent weeks and weeks on this unofficial campaign. And I think it was just an ego trip, really, for him to find out if anyone would. Is anybody listening? Is anybody listening? I'm going to say so-and-so. Let's see what happens. You stirred people up for a minute, and people got excited enough to say, okay, yeah, you might be right about the president. Now y'all have to eat crow. Get a double helping. Get an extra size spoon. And all the Donald Trump lovers and followers eat crow. Told you your boy didn't have. He don't have the stones to be a president. And he's much too money hungry and materialistic and egocentric to ever be a civil servant. That is what a president is. That is what all officials are. Whether they get confused and think it's all about the money, that's not the reason they're in there. They're in there because they're supposed to be serving the people. And until they remember that, we need to be diligent, stay informed, stay involved, be consistent, make it to all of your elections, not just the presidential election, because were it for any other reason, we might have been looking at Donald Trump as our president in 2012, and he had not had at least the good grace to bow out, because wouldn't have been egg on his face if he got up there and that, I'm in a contest, and I'm looking at, I'm in third, well, I ain't in the last place, but I'm not in first place either. I got a little disgruntled for a minute, because I'm like, this seems like an unfair kind of situation. But not wanting to sound like the Donald and somebody with sour grapes, I simply told my friends, continue to vote, because this is a good cause. And if nothing else, you will remember my name. Yeah, you remember me. You won't forget me, no doubt about it. But I said that to say this, that when we have the wrong motivation, usually it's not a good situation. When we have the wrong idea, we go in on somebody who's just trying to do their job, and then you jump up and say you want him. That's what it was about all the time. Donald wanted Obama's job, but he don't have Obama's stones. So this is Becky in the back room. It's Monday. Hope you had a marvelous Monday. Don't be manic. Don't be worried if you didn't get it done today. There's always Tenacious Tuesday. Okay. If you got something to say, fire back. Not a problem. We love it. But Donald Trump, you're still a chump. For the people.